Hey there and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I have something tremendous to share with you today that I have seen life-changing results from children with autism getting better focus, improved speech, improved sleep, calming, happier, just so many tremendous benefits. Not to mention that my own 20-year-old shoulder injury from an old sports injury that basically I lived in pain with wouldn't go away no matter what I did. I was at the chiropractor weekly just to, just kind of keep things at bay. And within a few months on this technology I'm going to share with you today, which is this very small phototherapy patch that you wear on your body. It's not putting anything into my body at all. It is using my body's light and heat, and it activates our dormant stem cells. You may have heard of people going to foreign countries, Mexico, Panama, spending tens of thousands of dollars on stem cell injections. But these stem cell injections are invasive. They're very unaffordable for most people, and they don't always work. They have less than a 30% efficacy rate. And so you spend all this money and you have to go back every 3 to 6 months. Well, these patches, for less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day, are working far better. They are patented, scientifically proven to work for everyone 100% of the time when given enough time. So this is something I'm here to share with you today. So let me go ahead and continue here and explain. I also wanted to make sure I mentioned that if your child is on supplements or any medications or anything like that, do not worry about it. It is not going to interfere with anything. Again, it's very safe. So the company's name is LifeWave, and the product, this patch, this particular one, is called X39. Do not go Google it or look on Amazon for something. Those are fakes. There are counterfeits on the market. I'm going to get you the real authentic patch. So stick with me and be here to learn, because that is why you're here. Today, we know chronic illnesses and diseases of 60% of the US adults have at least one chronic disease, and 40% have two or more. Soaring healthcare costs, the US spends $4.3 trillion annually on healthcare, and yet we rank among the sickest nations. What is going on? Declining health and aging, life expectancy is dropping, and the average American spends their last 10 to 15 years in poor health and usually broke because they spent all this money on this, and they want to live longer. I want to live long, and I want to live healthy as I live long. So what's the problem? So we are born with billions of stem cells. Stem cells are how our bodies heal, and they're what we're made from. Our heart, our lungs, our brain, everything, a blood cell. Everything is coming from a stem cell. It can become any type of cell in the body that it needs to. We're born with billions of them, but in a natural cycle that they have, they go dormant with age. By the time we're 30 years old, we've lost over 50% of what we were born with. By the time we're 60, we've lost over 90% of what we were born with. So this is why we get more wrinkles, not only wrinkles, but why an old shoulder injury, it won't heal, or we get sick and it takes longer to recover, or there are just more illnesses happening. And for children with autism, they have a lot of inflammation. Inflammation damages these stem cells. So we need to know how we can regenerate them. And that is what I'm sharing with you today. Again, stem cells are our master cells of building blocks in the body. Their job to naturally repair and renew. They're found throughout the body in all of our tissues and organs, and they replenish dying cells and regenerate damaged tissue entering the bloodstream, and where they migrate to areas most needed of repair. They know where to go innately. Stem cells are something that can replicate themselves. As I said, they can become a heart cell, a brain cell, blood cell, anything they need to. So what is the story behind this patch? And it's patented technology, and yes, proven. Over 80 double-blind studies, FDA recognized as safe. So no worries there, okay? Michael Phelps was even swimming with these on in the Olympics, okay? So athletes love them too for the extra stamina and endurance. And what we want to look at is the background of this. So David Schmidt is the owner of the company and the founder and the inventor of all of the products. He was commissioned in the early 2000s to create something for the Navy SEALs. The new U.S. Navy Department asked him to create something that would allow the Navy SEALs to have more stamina, mental clarity, and endurance for these 24 to 48 hour missions that they were going on. They were all addicted to amphetamines. They needed to get them off drugs, wanted something non-invasive. So they asked David to create something new, knowing he was a very famous inventor already. He created what the first patch called the X39, which is still in use for the Navy SEALs today. It's been extremely successful, and it is now used by other people. That's the one that Michael Phelps was wearing in the U.S. Olympics. They thought he was doping. If you see his arms are up in one of the pictures and he's got a patch right on his arm. And they checked him, they did all these tests on him, and they said, no, he's not doping. He said, it's not putting anything into my body. And he proved himself correct. So what happened? David Schmidt had created this phototherapy technology. And in 2008, he started to hear about how the stem cells were so becoming the big buzz because they could regenerate, and regenerative wellness is what is like key today. People want to know, how can I live longer, live healthier, and be healthier while I'm here? And so that is what these do. And so Dave, again, they're used by U.S. Olympic athletes and professional athletes worldwide, actually. And LifeWave is also in over 84 countries already. David now has over 200 patents. He's a scientist and inventor. And in 2008, again, he started looking into stem cells. He worked with a team of stem cell researchers who were specialists, spent $4.5 million of his own money in 10 years. It took this whole team to create this X39 patch, which is the stem cell activation patch. It's activating our own body's natural ones just through our light and heat, activating those stem cells in our body and bringing them to light. So I put it on in the morning when I get up, and 12 hours later, I take it off and put it in the trash. It's disposable. Put a new one on every day. That's all you do with it. So simple. And while he was doing this, he wanted to make sure that everybody understood that it was accessible. So it is actually, you can get these for less than the cost of a cup of coffee a day. It is extremely affordable. And how it works is this proprietary form of phototherapy, patented, where these nanocrystals inside of it act with your body's far infrared heat. And then it stimulates a reflective mirrored pattern back into your body in a way that activates those stem cells. There are no drugs or chemicals or stimulants. It uses the body's own light, and it is non-transdermal, again, non-invasive. The benefits: increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy, mental clarity. A friend of mine, her mom actually had dementia. She could not remember her grandchildren's names. She was leaving the stove on, when nobody was around, and was really having all of the signs. She got her mom on the patch, and within months, her mom's full cognitive decline has returned. My 88-year-old mom's blood pressure after her third TIA stroke, and they just kept upping her medications and putting more and more drugs in her, and nothing was working. I get her on the patch, and within weeks, her blood pressure normalized for the first time in years. The doctors even went, wow, what are you doing? I've never seen your blood pressure this good. This works for anyone, for everything. Improving sleep, skin appearance, muscles and skeletal conditions. I mentioned my 20-year-old shoulder injury. Within 3 or 4 months on the patch, I noticed it's not hurting me anymore. I've been on the patches for over 8 months now. It's completely gone. First few days, scientifically proven to regenerate over 4,000 genes in your body, and they begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, and within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Within 6 months, your heart reverses in age by 6. But within 6 months, your heart reverses in age by 8 years. This is again shown in their science and research. It's not anti-aging, it is age reversing. How do you wear them? 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You can wear them literally anywhere on the body. The patent even says, in research shows, This can go anywhere on the body. So there are a couple of spots they suggest because they're acupressure points, but you can put them anywhere. So again, if your child has sensory issues, you can put them on the back, even on the back of their sleep shirt, because it penetrates through the body. Here's a copy of the patent. And in order to show you this patent, I have to show you where you can go look at the research and more on the patent. So you can go to thisisitinfo.com. That is where you will find research and science and patent information on it, plus even more testimonies. The results. This is a topography map that was taken when they were doing one of the studies. They took a 77-year-old woman who had signs of strong dementia. You can see in session 1, this is when she first started before the patch. She had total brain inflammation and very, very little cognitive ability. 3 weeks on the patch. This is session 2. You can see the brain, almost all of the inflammation is gone, and she was already showing more cognitive improvement and coherence. And in session 3, at 6 weeks on the patch, the X39 patch, she had a complete turnaround, better brain coherence, and the inflammation is gone. The longer you're on them, the more you notice and the more you get out of them. Consistency is key. So it's so sophisticated yet so simple to explain. You put it on, it does the work for you. You take it off every night and put a new one on the next day. We always have to say it is important for you to know that this product and the testimonials are a direct reflection of someone's personal story, and they may not be typical for all people. We do not treat or cure chronic sickness or disease. LifeWave phototherapy patches do not heal or cure people. God designed the human body to heal itself. Given the right conditions for the body to function and its optimal level, consult your healthcare professional or doctor for advice regarding treatment of sickness or disease. I am going to show you an opportunity that comes with this. So I wanted to share that there are absolutely no guarantees of income or financial gain. Income testimonials vary according to the work ethic and the area in which you live. LifeWave is a business model that rewards partners for their effort in selling high-value products to consumers and building teams that sell high-value products to consumers throughout the world. And there are many variables to contribute to your successful money earnings, and there are also many variables that attribute to a person's lack of earning, including personal health, hygiene, appearance, emotional health, marriage unity, talkativeness, bossiness, mental health, and other orders. So I just want to share that with you. This is a mom who shared what her child with autism had to share, or what she noticed for her child with autism. 1 week on the patch. So far, the number one thing I noticed, this is the mom talking, with my son is while using the X39 is that he sleeps through the night. He would get up 5 times a night wanting his cup or something, and now he doesn't need a cup at all and sleeps 10 plus hours a night. We're excited to add on the Eon patch, and I'll talk about that in a moment. 4 days on the patch. Both patches, X39 and Eon, are placed in different places on the inside of his shirt. Again, with sensory issues, they can go anywhere, and they go unnoticed. My son had a lot more speech over the weekend. I'd like to share that this boy is 24 years old, okay? So it's any age. I want to share just briefly here about the Eon patch. So the X39 patch is the one that it will activate and generate those stem cells. It's the all day, every day, no matter what patch. It's the number one patch. Those stem cells, when they become active, they have to work through a wall of inflammation in the body. Again, kids with autism have a lot of inflammation, and as we all do, really. So there's a patch that I like to pair with the X39, and it's called the Eon. The Eon patch targets inflammation first, and it targets brain balancing first, which is really nice because it helps with sleep, it helps balancing and lowering cortisol stress levels, it helps for calming and relaxing, so it's great for wearing at night, and the X39 is best in the day if possible because it actually can help with alertness. So that Eon patch is going to target that inflammation first, and by doing that, then when the X39 is paired with it, those stem cells can get to where they need to faster. So I always wear the X39 and Eon together. I do, my husband does, my 88-year-old mom, I have her on both as well. So important. 1 week on the patch, this mom says, I have noticed a slight increase in my energy. I hope you are also thinking about yourself for this and your other family members and probably other people that you know that you love who could benefit from this technology. It is literally for everyone, for everything. This mom noticed an increase in energy. Could you use more energy? Could you use better sleep? Do you have any, digestive issues or cognitive issues that you'd like to see improve or know anybody who does? Well, of course, we all do, right? So this mom had an increase in her energy. She tried the Ice Wave patch for pain, a pain patch, and it did help her son. He was having really bad headaches, which the X39 targets as well. We started the Eon patch yesterday, and my son's sensory seeking dropped to the floor, definitely decreased by 40% that day. This other mom shares 1 week on the patch. I see some changes in him, her son. He is much happier now. He has increased appetite and a good mood, looking forward to more positive changes. And her son was 5 years old. She shared with her cousin because she had a cousin who had a child with autism, and she wanted to share with her for this as well. So she said, my cousin now has told me her autistic son has been in a good mood and is much calmer from this in just 4 days wearing the X39 patch. Here's something else I wanted to show you for some other generalized idea of what it can do for people. This boy in this x-ray had been in football, had broken his clavicle and his shoulder. They put the patches on him, and the doctor had seen the x-ray, and then the doctor said in 1 week, this healing was the same as it would normally take in at least 4 weeks in healing. That's how rapidly it helped recover this bone injury, this healing. And up in the upper far right, you can see this woman says, my husband was pre-diabetic. His A1C was 5.7 to 6.0 and on his way to needing meds. And now he is, after wearing the patch, his A1C is down to 4.9. He's happier and healthier. These are the kinds of things that people see. If you don't feel it on the outside within 3 to 6 months, know it's working on the inside and it will show up in your blood work. Wear it and share it. Now, if you're thinking of your cousin or your mom or anybody you know who could benefit from it, we all want to impact others' lives. One thing people say to me all the time when I talk to them is, Karen, one day I want to help other people like you are in our community and others. I want to help people. If you like impacting other people's lives and helping them feel better, there's an opportunity here for you to be able to work from home, to be able to be your own boss, make your own choices, and work as little or as much as you choose to share this with others. This company, LifeWave, has made the Bravo Award 2 years in a row. That's the #1 award for the fastest growing direct marketing company in the world. David Schmidt, when he was commissioned by the U.S. Naval Department, the U.S. Olympic team actually got wind of what he was doing up in Stanford. The coach came down and said, David, will you come up to Stanford where I am training the women's swim team and tell them what about this patch, because I want them all on it. He said, sure. He came up, patched everybody. They all had improved times in their races. Their injuries were recovering faster. And David had contracts with Walgreens and Target and different companies to put these on store shelves. He went home and tore up the contracts and said, I'm not doing that. There's no way that people are going to get from a box on a store shelf what this can do for somebody. It has to be people sharing their experiences with other people. And so he chose direct marketing for that reason. He also is extremely generous and wanted to give everyone the opportunity to be the guy on top. It's not a corporation where the CEO or the president get all the money, or the principal makes all the money, or the superintendent at a school, and the teacher has to always have this low wage, or the worker has to get this. You have the opportunity to take control of your finances. 70% of Americans are looking for an additional source of an income, and this is an opportunity to impact others' lives, help people, and be able to work from home, make your own hours, and be in control of your own financial destiny. The company's growth is a 20-year-old company, and in 2019 to 2024, in the end of 2024, in 5 years, the company grew 3,000% in those 5 years. That is unheard of. And the reason? The X39. When the stem cell activation X39 patch came out, it had such tremendous results and is still having explosive growth. And you have an opportunity to be part of that right now and share this with the world, because almost nobody knows about it. There's nothing else like it. It's not another supplement or another energy drink. It's patented, so there's nothing else like it. Again, don't go on Amazon or try to buy fakes that are being put there. Those are counterfeits, because all those companies like in China and stuff that are trying to jump on this bandwagon and sell something because they see how fast it's growing. You can be part of this. It's in 84 countries now, rising all the time. And again, not a Me Too product or something like anything else. And the company pays out 60% to its field of us to share that with everybody. So it gives out more than it keeps. No other company does that. That's almost, again, unheard of. Everything is of the highest integrity with this company. In 2024, they generated over 500 million in revenue. I said 600 million, right? It was almost 600 million. They gave out over 300 million of that. So it is tremendous what the opportunity is. So what is important to you in your life? Family time, security, travel, better health, having less debt, getting control of your life, and being able to do the things that you want to do and not scraping all the time. Being able to afford the supplements or therapies or things that you need for your child, private schools, being able to take vacations and do things that you want to do. Please direct your questions here and allow me to give you the facts. I will set you up with the links to factual research and get you the authentic LifeWave products. Again, be aware of those counterfeits online. Do not just go and buy something or Google information. Direct your questions to me. I am a very educated brand partner with LifeWave, and I will help you get the right authentic patches for your family's needs, support you on the journey while you're using them to get you the best results, and also get you the best price at the low wholesale. And I'm going to show you how to do that. There are 3 ways to get started. 1, become a retail customer. Nope, just ignore that one, because no one ever needs to pay retail for these products, ever. Not on my watch. And be a preferred customer. You just get one at a time, things like that. But if you become a brand partner, which I mentioned already, it will give you the opportunity to share with your cousin or your sister or anybody you know and make an impact in the lives of others. And all you need to do is get your own patches. There's no risk. There's no inventory or big investment here other than your own personal investment for purchasing your patches for yourself at below wholesale cost. As a brand partner, you are able then, that gives you a brand partnership. Whether or not you choose to do anything with it or share with anybody, it will start building volume for you the minute your account is set up. So the sooner the better. By placing an order, 1 patch order a month, you keep that account active and that volume continues to grow. So when you choose to start sharing it and building a business, then you can start tapping into that volume. So I'm sure that you're thinking of people right now who could benefit from it. And there are so many people praying for this answer. They are literally praying for the answer for their health and for their finances both. And we have a solution to help them if they are open. So all we need to do is share very simply. You do not have to know how the technology works. I will help you with this as well. If you sign up as a brand partner under me or with me, I will help work with you and support you on that and how to share. This is proven. It's not on trial. It is proven scientifically to work for 100% of people 100% of the time, when given enough time and when used properly. So I want to help you on that journey. The other beautiful thing about this business and this company is that what you build is yours to pass on to your family or your favorite foundation, whatever you choose to do with it, because it is legacy. This is residual income, not trading hours for dollars, but actually residual growing income that continues to grow with or without you, depending on what you've put into it. How to become a brand partner. So this is, again, how to get these below wholesale prices. Whether or not you choose to do something with it is up to you. If you choose to share and impact others' lives, I want to help you do that and succeed with that because I want to help you help others. By doing that, the company rewards you very generously. So your choice, how to become a brand partner. So there are 4 different options you can see. You can get 20 sleeves, 11 sleeves, 6 sleeves, or 3 sleeves. What is a sleeve? A sleeve is the company's term for an envelope of 30 of them. So it's basically 30 is a month's supply, right? We wear 1 a day. So you're going to get 30 in a sleeve. So I mentioned the Eon. I'm just going to go for simplicity's sake. I'll talk about the advanced and the core packs here. In the advanced pack, you get 6 sleeves. Again, you get 2 Eon for the price of 1 in these packs. So you can get 4 Eon and 4 X39. That gives you 4 months worth for 1 person, or 2 months worth for 2 people, or a month's worth for 4 people, because maybe you have all 4 of your family members on them like I do. So it depends on how much you need and what you're looking at starting at. So that is, you can see the cost goes down to only $89.17 a sleeve that way as well. You save more money at the more you get. In the core 3 sleeve pack is they're $98.33 a sleeve. You can just get 3X39, but with that Eon, you're targeting that inflammation first. So I highly suggest it. You get 2 X39 and 2 Eon, which will give you 2 months worth for 1 person, or 1 month's worth for 2 people, right? Makes sense. So those are your choices. The core pack is, the advanced pack is $535. The core pack is $295. People always ask this question. No, that's not monthly. That is one time. They actually only let you get each savings bundle 1 time because there's such a big savings. Eventually, you can upgrade to the next pack and save again from the make the in-between difference there. But to avoid any confusion, in the future, you can just buy individual patches of any 1 or 2 that you need at any time. So that's just a one-time way for you to save money and get them at below wholesale. And again, I'll run over the frequently asked questions. Is it safe? Yes, they're 100% safe. FDA recognized as a general wellness product, non-transdermal, does not interfere with any supplements or medications. Patented technology. There's nothing else like it. There is no other patch that like this at all anywhere on the planet. Don't be fooled by counterfeits and knockoffs. It has over 80 double-blind studies on it. How is it worn? Wear it anywhere it hurts. Put it anywhere. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Yes, they can get wet. People ask that all the time. Can they get wet? Can I shower with it on? Yes, you can. You want to stay hydrated because it will start to naturally help your body detoxify, which is a good thing. It's going to start flushing out those toxins. So lots of water and some good electrolytes will help the body keep flushing that out. Okay, very important. What if my child has sensory issues and won't wear the patch? The X39 is best worn during the day if possible because you can hydrate well during the day, right? Well, because we're awake. And it can cause alertness. If your child will not leave it on during the day, then you can put it on at night, often on the back of their shirt, as that mom shared. She put it on the back of her son's shirt and it went unnoticed, so they can sleep with it on at night. The Eon patch I find is actually quite helpful at night because it really, really helps with calming and sleep. And I know that can be a big issue in your household, especially with a child with autism. But do you know how many people today in this world suffer from sleep issues? And sleep is tremendous for when we heal. It's how our body regenerates. So we have to have good sleep. And I know most people aren't because their stress levels are up. They have screen time. They have all these things going on. So the Eon patch is great at night. X39 can be worn day or night, preferably day, but again, I can work with you with those sensory issues. So again, when you sign up with me as a brand partner or get your patches that, through my link, I will be able to work with you on that. So no worries there. You'll have support. How many months do we wear it? 97% of people notice a difference in the first 90 days. As I said, notice, right? I noticed in the first week some differences in mental clarity and energy and sleep. But was 3 to 4 months in before my shoulder injury started really getting better. And now I'm 8 or 9 or so months in, and I'm like, oh my, it's completely gone. I'm so excited. And So you want to wear it for really, I say, give it at least 6 months to really give it a fair chance to know and be consistent with it daily, hydrate well, and make sure, that again, it's being worn enough. 12 hours on and 12 hours off. The off time is as important as the on time. I got my massage therapist on him. He loves them. And he's like, I felt so good, Karen. I just kept it on 24 hours. I said, no, you want to have it off, because the on time is when those stem cells are regenerating. Then when we take it off, then those stem cells that were generated during the day are going to work and doing their work. So off time is as important as the on time. So just important to remember that. And when we might feel things on the outside right away, sometimes people don't feel it on the outside, externally, or notice things right away, but know that it's working from the first day you put it on. Just be patient and consistent over time, and the benefits will come. Those 97% of people, the other 3%, they've shown will see changes in their blood work, like that man with the A1C levels for his blood sugar levels. That's usually seen in blood work more so. Like my mom with her blood pressure, we didn't really know it was skyrocketing until she had her TIA stroke. Then they kept jumping up her meds and trying to put her on more and higher dosages because they didn't know what else to do. None of it was working. And then I get her on the patch. Weeks. Her blood pressure is great for the first time in years. I was like, and now we know. But again, you don't want to wait. We don't know what's going on inside of us. We don't want to wait to find out sometimes, right? And I know that I want regenerative health. I like to take care of myself and stay strong, energetic, have mental clarity, and be well into my older years and longevity. How do you get started? Go to naturallyrecoveringautism.com/225. On that page, I'll give you 2 links. One is for placing your own order with my link there. Placing your own order. There's a button there. Do it yourself. You can do that, or a button says have questions. If you still have questions and you want me to answer them, and you're just like would prefer to have help placing the order because you just feel more comfortable with me doing it, I am happy to do that for you. So on that link, then from that page, you would go to the button that says have questions, schedule get help placing your patch order. And that's to schedule a call with me for placing your patches. So that's for patch calls only. So there are 2 links on that page. You can choose which one you want to do that feels most comfortable for you to get your patches ordered today. They come out of FedEx, out of San Diego, California. So we have them usually, less than a week's time. You'll have them on your doorstep and you can start using them right away. And we'll have a quick patch call placement together when they arrive. So I'll help you with usage and make sure you're comfortable with using them as well. So go to naturallyrecoveringautism.com/225 and get the links for how I can help you, or for my link to help you order the patches today, whether you choose to do it yourself or you want to schedule a call with me and have your more questions answered and me do it for you as well. On that page, I've also linked to where you can look up some of the studies again as well. So you could, if you wanted to look at some of the research and see more testimonies, that option is available to you there as well. Again, one last time, naturallyrecoveringautism.com/225. Thanks so much for being here, and hopefully we'll talk soon.